All right, let's get the elephant out of the room first. I did say that I was not going to talk about him again, and it was going to be my last time. And I've had people in the comment section, I acknowledge your comment, and people off air tell me, Derek, you know what? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say never, because you never know if you're going to need to say something else. And I think I finally learned my lesson, because I saw a video today, and again, I I'm not subscribed to this individual, to the one you see on the screen. I was at first, and then when he started doing the outlandish things, he lost me there, and I just had to pull support. But anybody who watches YouTube knows that when you watch somebody, or you click on even if you tell YouTube you're not interested and you click on their channel for whatever reason, or somebody shares some content with you, YouTube will then start promoting that content back in your face, because that's how they work. That's how they get people to, if you watch somebody, to subscribe. That's why they have a subscriber versus non-subscriber. But in this video, I am talking directly to Dontay London. So I am acknowledging that I said I would not talk about him, but I feel like I need to. I feel like this is one of the reasons I'm on this platform, on this side of YouTube, for all the stuff that I've done and I've tried to do for people on this side. I really didn't know where this channel was going to go, and where I would be, and what I would be doing on this channel. And I think through the content that we have made, I found kind of what I should do. One of the things that I should do. So I am acknowledging that I said I was not going to talk to him again, or talk about him again. I was not going to mention him by name directly, is what I said. But I am willing to go back and take that L, because I think that this is this important to me. And I think that I can really help this guy. All right. So with that being said, Dontay London, I'm talking to you right now, man. And for everybody that is in the comment section and you got something to say, Dontay made a video in response to my video that I made about when he was asking for criticism. And he called me the older gentleman, which really hurt my feelings. But then again, I said, yo, I did say I was old enough to be the guy dad. So it was just, I'm being funny. But I was like, dang, am I really an older gentleman? But, I guess if you got the phrase unk, then you are. So before everybody come in the comment section and all this other stuff, he was talking about me. And another reason that I said that I was done talking about him is because I do not need his name to build my channel, right? Does it help? Of course it helps, but I don't need it. I don't need anybody's name to help build my channel. It'll happen for me when it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen. And it's not going to take somebody else to do it. But this is important to me. So I am acknowledging that I said I wasn't going to talk about him anymore, but this is important to me. Okay, so Dontay London made a video, and it's at the top. I'll show you, and then we're going to discuss this, because I got some thoughts, and I'm talking to Dontay London. I'm talking to you, and I want to help you. All right? So whether or not you take it, that's up to you. Dontay London quits his YouTube channel. You can see now he's lost. The first thing I noticed, because I've been keeping an eye on this, because I told you guys, like, I'm not a prophet. I'm not 100% right, but I've been on this platform long enough to see trends, and I predicted that something like this would happen, that Dontay would lose his audience. I predicted that he was on his 9th life, and I think this right here is life 8.5, 9. Like, because he was so definitive in this video that this might be life number 9. But there's always a possibility for somebody to come back. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough. I've seen it, but more often than not, if you don't have the support of your viewers, and I'm not talking about a few hundred, or even in his case a few thousand, you need several thousand in order to be able to bounce back from something like this. So depending on what he does with this video from here on out, he could either make or break his. It's one of the two. Okay, but nephew, I did it before. First of all, thank you. I don't know why you didn't acknowledge me, but that's cool. I don't need it. All right. But everybody that wants to know, you can go look. And he was talking specifically about my video. I want to help you. I want to help you. Do you have to listen to me? Of course you don't. I got some ideas on what you can do in order to move forward from this. Now, the first thing is I'm going to be talking to him and you guys at the same time. So sometimes I'll say nephew, and sometimes I'll be talking to the audience. First of all, Dontay was talking about mental health. Mental health is super important. It's very important for everyone, even YouTube creators. It's very important. This is very taxing. It's tough. A lot of people think it's easy, but it is very difficult, okay? Especially when you have a bunch of opinions in the comment section, a lot of people with a lot to say, and some of them would never say things off the internet. But the internet gives them power the same way it gives us as a creator power, okay? So mental health, everyone, he said he was going to take some time away. I suggest you do that. Yes, your money will suffer, but your mental health is why you should take some time away. And I said this before. Take some time away, and you need to figure out some things. And I got some suggestions for you about what I would do and what I would suggest you do from this point forward, okay? There's two different paths there's really three paths you can go now. But he mentioned his mental health. He said he was going to take a break. He also talked about the people that react to him, okay, and how they're probably going to suffer. Now, he did say something about his audience that I think that he was caught up in the emotion, because I know what this video was. It was emotion. He said he would probably regret it the next day. But he talked about his audience in a way that was not flattering, and he spoke about the type of people that watch him, okay? And he doesn't seem to get what's happening here. There's a couple things happening, and I want to show you what one of them is, all right? So, nephew, let's talk, all right? Now, Dontay is referring to a parasocial relationship. Let me explain to you what that is. A parasocial relationship is a one-sided bond where an individual invests emotional energy, interest, and time in a media personality, like a celebrity, fictional character, or online influencer who is unaware of their existence. Okay? So I'm going to read that again. A parasocial relationship is a one-sided bond where an individual invests emotional energy, interest, and time in a media personality, like a celebrity, fictional character, or online influencer who is unaware of their existence. And most YouTubers have this, even if they don't engage with their audience. And I did see that Dontay was trying to engage with his audience and stuff like that. But the way that he responded to some of them, talking about older people and old people and blah, 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 and that was, I think that was a little too far, right? That was too far. You got to take your viewers into consideration. You have to take the people that support you into consideration, okay? Even if they're old or whatever, even if you don't think that this is their type of content. There's a lot of reasons why they could be watching you. One is that they don't have their youth anymore, so they're living through you. Two, they're invested. I'm using the term nephew to be endearing, right? I'm using the term unk to be endearing. But a lot of people genuinely care about you because they're getting to know you through the content you're putting out, the good and the bad. It's just like watching your favorite TV show. It's on for 8 seasons and then it's over. People feel connected to them, right? Shows have been off the air for decades and they still have Comic-Cons and meet and greets and stuff like that because of that relationship that was built. Now, it can go extreme. You start to get people who, do some things that should not be allowed and are creepy and go too far. But that's what this is. So they're invested in you. They know, look at this. I create content myself. And as a content creator, okay, I know people can see me and they recognize me. I don't know who they are until they introduce themselves. So you and I are in the same boat, right? They know, they recognize me. They can walk up to me and walk past me. I never knew that they existed because I didn't know them. They knew me to an extent. They know my online persona, okay? So that's what this is. Yes, it is going to be that way, but let's finish. It says, according to Psychology Today in Wikipedia, these relationships are characterized by a perceived intimacy and connection. That's the word we're going to look at, connection, even though the media figure doesn't reciprocate the feelings. Okay? Now, they know more of you than you know of them. They see you when you post a video. They make that connection between you based on the content that you post. I've had people send me computers. I've had people give me their tickets to the Lions game for free because of that parasocial relationship. So it's not bad, but also once we make that connection, then we have a genuine relationship. It's not parasocial anymore, not like that. All right. So one of the things that I would suggest is when it comes to the comment section, you have to, if you can't handle it, then YouTube isn't made for you. Okay. Now I did suggest in my last video that you interact in the comment section and do things like that. And you're going to get people who want to troll you. They want to do this stuff. And you do look, give them some attention. Don't give them some attention. I know what you mean. I tend to focus on the negative comments. It's I don't know why I'm wired like that, but I will skip a positive comment and look straight for the negative ones. And then boom, I got to respond. So I understand that. I understand it. But you have to decide after you get your mental health right, you got to decide, is YouTube made for you? The good and the bad. And this is what I was trying to warn against when you, nephew, was flashing all that money. When you was talking about this, and I have never made a video that I was trying to like be down with Dontay London. It was always to, hey, listen, don't do this. Don't do this. This is a bad idea. I've always tried to help him as well as help creators who might be trying to imitate him. All right. So the parasocial stuff, you said some things, you was in your emotions, you said some things, some of your viewers, even the ones that was rocking with you, they're going to be offended by that. So I don't know what you can do, how you can fix that. I don't know if you can, but you can try. All right. The next thing that I would say is this. I've noticed this, like I said, I've been keeping an eye on this stuff, and I'm not like Nostradamus, but I've been doing this a while. And YouTube is all about the creator creates the content, but because of this parasocial relationship, they're the ones that help us get to where we are. They're the ones that help propel us further. So to some extent, you have to acknowledge that. All right. So I want to show you his view stats. And Dontay, nephew, from the video of you and your wife, right? When you had the situation, you have lost 500 subscribers since that point. You were at 73.7. Now you're at 73.5. And if you look at view stats, you can see every so many days, people are leaving. Now, it's been 400 in the last 28 days, but it's actually been 5. Or, well, he was in the 7, so it could have been somewhere between 400 and 500. All right? So the fact that you were growing, now you're not. You're going through a transition right now where the people who are fed up with your shenanigans have had enough. And even in this video now, it's comments in the comment section. All right? It's comments in the comment section about you're going to be back, and they're not buying into it. Some people are saying good riddance and all that stuff. Yes, that's what they do. All right? You're not going to please everybody. You can't please everybody. You need to stop trying. Okay, but you also have to acknowledge your audience, and you have to respect them, because remember, without them, there is no you, right? Without them, there is no you. So you always have to keep that in mind. And maybe you're not ready for that. Maybe you're not ready for that. You need to, while you're taking your mental health break, nephew, think about this stuff. I can see in this video, it really hurt you, all right? It really hurt you. I personally believe it. I believe that everything he said, he felt at least in this moment. But people think you're going to come back. And then when you do, that's going to be life 8.5 or 9. Okay? So we've established that. Now, here's what I would do. This is what I would do if I were you. And I am not going to, after this video, there's nobody who could say I was hating. You know, there's a lot of videos floating around about me trying to use other people's names to come up. I don't need to do that, okay? If it happens, it happens. That's not my intention. I don't need to do that either, okay? And I know in this video, he was talking about people who react to him. I know he wasn't talking about me when it comes to that, okay? Here's what I would do. You're not going to like this, but here's what I would do. I mentioned in my previous video that you were on Life 9. This is in this right here, the fact that you let this out. Remember, what goes on the internet stays on the internet. Since you said you weren't going to talk and bring your family into your videos like you were doing before, you since had your son, your wife in your videos, and people was like, see, I told you he wasn't going to do that. Or I told you, he said he wasn't going to do that, but he's doing it. So you have to, that type of stuff is what keeps coming back on you, right? But here's what I would do. I would create another channel. I would probably call it Dontay London Volume 2. Dontay London something. Dontay London Reborn. Dontay London Rebirth. Dontay something. I know those are terrible, but you get what I'm going. I would start Dontay London 2.0. Something. Or something completely different. You went back to Dontay London for a reason, so I would probably do something like that. I would not for a second tell the people on the original Dontay London channel, I would not say a word to them. And I know it sounds mean. Maybe you can make one video, you let them know you started a new channel. All right. Now you're going to hurt some feelings. There are going to be a lot of people that are upset with this. But after you take your mental health break, and if you decide YouTube is still for you, one of the things I would do is I would start a new channel. Okay. Start a new channel. And the first video that I made, you do not have to take my advice. By all means, do what you feel you should do. And if you disagree with this, that's fine. The first thing I would do on the new channel is I would acknowledge everything that you've done on the previous channel. I'm talking about all the way back to the very beginning. The very beginning. You don't have to get into detail and tell all your business. And what I mean acknowledge is I would acknowledge the fact that people talk about you can't get a job and you've had trouble keeping jobs. I would talk about the fact whatever somebody could say that could be brought up, I would talk about it. I would give the new viewers and the people from your old channel that would eventually find you, I would come clean and say, you know what? After we come clean, you're going to see another channel. This is where I went wrong. That channel was too far gone. I wanted to start fresh. And in starting fresh, you got to confess. Come clean. Everything. Okay? Don't get into detail with all the personal stuff, but this is what happened. This is why I left the channel behind. This is why I had to start anew. All the stuff. The fact that you clickbaited, the fact that you gave bad YouTube advice, the fact that you were just trying to get views. I would do that. Okay? And if you want to, and you can leave original Dontay London stagnant. Trust me, they will find you. If it's meant for them to find you, they will find you. Okay? Even if you only make one video and you say, this is where I'm at, because you don't want to bring people who aren't going to roll with you. You don't want to bring them over. You want to bring the people that will, but you also want to leave the other baggage behind. Right? Because you got people that just watch. Everyone has people that they watch you just because. Now, again, I'm not trying to talk about Dontay's personal life. That does not matter to me. I'm talking about strictly he kept using the word rebuild. I could tell he was stressed. I could tell he was fatigued. He also mentioned that he did not enjoy it anymore. And that's the thing too. When you do stuff, when you build the wrong way, you don't enjoy it anymore. There's a particular thing that I don't enjoy anymore. You haven't seen me do it either, right? But when you don't enjoy something anymore, you should always build your channel. And when you don't enjoy it, if it's not too late, pivot away from it, okay? But he mentioned that he didn't enjoy doing what he was doing anymore. So, nephew, if you like vlogging, and he also mentioned people don't watch my vlogs. Yes, right? Go into your analytics. You talked about YouTube and trying to help people. Go into your analytics. Figure how to do things the right way, but also how to engage. There's a person right now, I'm not going to mention his name. He got fired from his job. He's still doing numbers. He got fired for the second time. He's still doing numbers. Why? Because his personality shined through, right? And also, as of this moment, he did not corrupt. He didn't do anything corrupt either. He had people in his comment section accusing him of faking getting fired for views. So you're always going to get those people. I had those people. I still do. It's always going to happen. So after you get your mental health together, after you decide if you want to keep going, you need to ask yourself, can you deal with the parasocial relationship to a certain extent? And can you deal with the hate? Because it's always going to be there. All right? But you got to do something that you enjoy, that you would enjoy doing, even if you not get paid yet. Because why? You're not going to be getting paid on this new channel. This new channel is to reset. Sometimes something is too far gone. That could be this channel here. It could be. We're going to come back to this though. But here's the beauty part. This channel is still here. So it's still here. So it ain't gone, but it's still here. So I would start a new channel. If you have to say something about it on this channel, fine. But people will find you, especially if you use this name here. All right. It's probably going to bring the same crowd if you do, but trust me, people will find you. You can start fresh, hit a reset, confess. First video should be everything and how you're not going to do things the same way, and stick to it. Do not do things the same way. Do not repeat your past mistakes. All right. Now let's come back to this channel. What could you do with this channel? You can let it sit dormant. Never make another video. Never acknowledge it again. You could do that. It's tough. It'll hurt. It's tough. That's one option. You could do new channel, this channel. You can make content on both. Different videos. And yes, that's extra work when you're not getting paid for, when you're getting paid for. But you can make content and try to resurrect this one. Try to bring this one out the mud. It's going to be difficult because people know you as a wishy-washy. They know you as a wobbler. They know you as a seesaw. And to their defense, you've been doing that. The way I seesaw it, saying I wasn't going to talk about you directly anymore. But this is something I felt I had to do, and it was worth it. It was worth whatever pushback I got in the comment section. It was worth it. All right? Because I feel like I genuinely can help you. Or the last option. So option number one, leave this one dormant, focus on a new one. Come clean and do that channel right. Do it right. Respect the parasocial relationships. Respect your audience. Appreciate the people. Stay true to you. Don't be corrupt, because that's what ruined this channel. Right? That's one of the things that ruined it. Number two is you post on both channels. You hope that you can bring this one back while you have this one in your back pocket, just in case. Number three, you take some time off. It can't be 24 hours. It can't be a week. It's got to be some time. You mentioned in your video, people will miss you. You got to let it happen. And when you come back, be prepared for everything that's going to come with it. I told you he wasn't going to come back. There are going to be people that could keep coming back to your channel, hoping you come back, wishing you come back, looking for you to come back so they could talk about you and say, I told you he was going to come back. Take some time. Let it sit. While you're letting it sit, you're getting your mental health together. You're figuring things out, whether or not you can deal with this. Come up, like I said before, with a schedule, with a plan of how you're going to do content. What content do you want to do? Right? You can do whatever content you want to do, even if it seems boring. Somebody will find it. You will find an audience. You talked about strategy. Do strategy the right way. It can be done. You deal with the fallout from this, and you try to bring it from the ashes. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But I tell you what, I've seen other channels who got more subs than you that get far less numbers than you do. Even now, there is potential. People come to see negative. They come to see you like this. They want to see you like this. Now, here's what I can't promise. I can't promise that you can turn it around. I don't know. I'm kind of at a crossroads there. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong now. It really may not even matter what I'm saying right now. But I think it's going to be hard. I think you're going to suffer. I think the channel's going to suffer. And it might not be too late. But I do believe that this is it. I think if you come back, it could either, two things are going to happen. This is either going to kamikaze the channel or it can turn it around. And you're going to have to deal with the bumps and bruises until you get there. If you get there. But if you start a new channel, you can get a different audience. You can be a different Dontay on a different channel. Maybe that's a good name. A different Dontay. The new Dontay London. I'm just throwing some stuff out there, nephew. That's it. Right? So this was this when I saw the video, when I saw the thumbnail, I instantly thought, man, is this a joke? Is this clickbait? Because if it's not, it's going to bite him in the behind. Everyone in the comment section is expecting, not everyone, but a lot of people in the comment section are expecting you to renege on your word. I mean, I'm reneging on mine today, but it was that important. And I learned a lesson. I did learn a lesson. Never say never, just because you might need to. But again, I said that because for several reasons. I think it's a man thing too. You know, we gotta be tough, and it's a man thing, right? So, nephew, that's my recommendation. I personally, it really depends. I don't know if you got a job. I don't know if you plan to get one. I have no idea what's going on. 2 channels is a lot of work. You know this already. 2 channels with different. You can't post the same content on both channels. It's a lot of work. You got it's the yin and yang. You got the good, the pros and cons. You got a channel that you have to build up to monetization. You're not going to necessarily do the same numbers, but the good news about here is you can hit a total reset. And you mentioned the word reset in your video. A total reset. A new channel is a red button total reset. That's what a new channel is. You can hit a reset on this channel. It wouldn't be a total reset, because what's happening is you're losing folks, and it's possible that you can gain some new ones back. It's even possible that the folks that left could come back. It is. Will it take time? Will it happen for sure? I can't tell you that. I've seen channels bigger and smaller than yours. I have one that never recover. Mine was because of the certain type of content that I did. It was for a certain audience. Very similar to how I thought this channel was going to be, but we seem to be turning a corner, and I'm grateful for that. But the worst thing that you can do is keep down the path that you're on. Don't do anything you don't mean. Don't say anything you don't mean. Don't throw your audience away like they don't matter. It's okay to push back a little bit. It's okay to get with them. It's okay. That's part of the relationship. But you got to understand, like I said, us older gentlemen, us older folks, us aunties, us uncles, they looking at you as nephew, right? There are some people that sit, and you mentioned in your video, you said watching me from the TV. There are people that living through you, right? I get people all the time telling me they're Detroit Lions fans. They live through me. I go to the games. They live through my eyes. You got to let them do that. Now, there is a line they can cross, but you got to let them. That's what you are, like a show. Now, you said in your banner, life is a movie, subscribe. All right? So, but at the same time, it can't be, don't okie doke your audience now. Don't do one of them. There was a show called Lost, and it was a big hit, ran from 2004 to 2010. When they started it, they didn't know how they were going to finish, and that's a bad idea. So don't be away for content that you're not in real life. Let the real you, good or bad, be what your channel is based around, or whatever passion you have. People will accept it. All right? I'm making this video. I went back on my word because I feel like I can help this guy. Is Dontay London, OG, savable? I don't know. Can you try? Yes. I would recommend taking as much time as you need, figuring out what you want to do, if you want to do it. Figure out if you can handle it. I would recommend at least posting on both channels. I would not continue on this one, because even coming back, you're going to damage this channel even further. Right? It's never too late for a redemption arc. I just don't know if you can do it on this channel, but you could try, and you could defy the odds. That's totally up to you. But if I would recommend anything, it would be at least to start a new channel. I personally wouldn't tell anybody about it, but if you feel like you owe your loyal subscribers, which you talked about, if you feel like you owe them something, and maybe you do, you should, one video, one post, telling where you'll be, what the channel is, and that's it. Don't even refer to the old channel. The new Dontay London. Or whatever catchy name you can think of. Nephew, that's my advice that you did not ask for. I hope that you find peace, whatever you're doing. These YouTube streets are tough. They're tough. They're tough for everybody. It's good, it's bad, it's ugly. That's why your passion is what has to shine through. Your passion at the end of the day is going to keep you going. Remember, there was a time you weren't getting paid. And I personally think you were making videos for the wrong reason. You were making videos to get paid. And I think that's where you went wrong at. Make videos because you enjoy talking about it. Because at one point, you weren't getting paid for some videos. And then what you do is you find a way to get paid from doing something you love. For me, that thing is the Detroit Lions. And now it is also helping people on YouTube and other things as well. So, nephew, I wish you well. Never gonna say never. I'm done doing that. I'll just keep my mouth shut from now on. And I hope that whatever happens, that you find peace. Because from the video today, it seemed like you needed it. And at the end of the day, I know you're going to do what's best for you and your family. Wishing you well, nephew. Older gentleman Unc signing out.